GST. Assessee sought rectification of mistake in form GSTR3B by accounting input tax credit as IGST instead of SGST and CGST credit, and also to refund IGST ITC and thereafter adjust same towards SGST and CGST liability. Revenue authorities should consider instant representation as a rectification application filed by assessee and should pass necessary orders. Input tax credit. Mistake in form. GSTR3B. Assessee, a registered dealer, committed some errors in submitting returns on basis of which assessment order was passed. Petitioner made a representation for rectifying mistakes, error, which resulted in passing impugned assessment order. Assessee also sought for a direction to treat representation as a rectification application and to pass necessary orders. Assessee sought permission to rectify mistake in form GSTR3B by accounting input tax credit as IGST instead of SGST and CGST credit, as also to refund IGST input tax credit and thereafter adjust same towards SGST and CGST liability. Held. Revenue authorities should consider instant representation as a rectification application filed by assessee and should pass necessary orders. Section 16 of Central Goods and Services Tax Act 2017, Kerala State Goods and Services Tax Act 2017, Paras 3 and 5. In favour of Assessee Lindens, C. Davis, EU Danya, Rajith Davis, NS Shamila and Chinju P. Joyce, adverse for the petitioner, Jasmine MM, GP for the respondent. Heard Ms. NS Shamila, learned counsel for the petitioner, and Ms. Jasmine MM, learned government pleader for the parties. 2. The present writ petition under Article 226 of the Constitution of India has been filed by the petitioner, a registered dealer, under the provisions of the CAVAT Act and now under the provisions of the CGST-SGST Act, for the following prayers. I. To issue a writ of mandamus or any other appropriate writ or order or direction directing respondents to permit the petitioner to rectify the mistake in form GSTR3B by accounting input tax credit as IGST instead of SGST and CGST credit. To issue a writ of mandamus or any other appropriate writ or order or direction directing the respondents to permit the petitioner to refund IGST input tax credit and thereafter adjust the same towards SGST and CGST liability. EE. To issue a writ of mandamus or any other appropriate writ or order or direction directing the respondents to reconsider Exhibit P3 or P6 by considering evidences produced by petitioner, especially in the fact that IGST credit and liability towards CGST and SGST are same, IV. To issue a writ of certiorari or any other appropriate writ or order or direction quashing Exhibits P3 and P6 as unjust and illegal. V. And to pass such other appropriate orders or directions as this Honourable Court deems fit and proper in the facts and circumstances of the case. Vi. To dispense with the production of translation of vernacular documents. 3. After some arguments, the learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner committed some errors in submitting the returns in GSTR3B, on the basis of which the assessment order in XP3 has been passed. The petitioner has made a representation on 21/10/2023 in XP4 for rectifying the mistake's error which resulted in passing the impugned assessment order. She further submits that a direction may be given to the third respondent to treat the representation as a rectification application and necessary orders be passed. 4. Ms. Jasmine M. learned. Government pleader does not have much objection to the said prayer of the petitioner. 5. In view thereof, the present writ petition is disposed of with a direction to the third respondent to consider X.P4 and XP5 as a rectification application filed by the petitioner, assessee and pass necessary orders expeditiously in accordance with the law after giving an opportunity of hearing to the petitioner. The order should be passed on XP4 and P5, preferably within a period of 2 months. If the video is beneficial for you, then do like, share and subscribe.